Principals Talk Show, another episode of Principals Talk Show. It is the 11th episode of Principals Talk Show. And today on the panel, we have a lot of amazing principals with us. And we'll be talking about, and the topic for today's discussion with the panel is how can we balance study time and play time? Well, we are not talking about our playtime and balancing our playtime and our study time, but we'll be talking about how can we balance the children's study time and playtime. Yes, so we'll be talking about that, and we'll be having a lot of interesting discussion on the topic. But before I start with the discussion and before I throw my questions to the principals, I actually would like you to, I would like to introduce them to you. And the very first principal that we have on the panel is Captain Dr. Dinisha Bhardwaj Singh, Principal, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And then we have Principal Shabnam Bhowmick, Principal from Podar International School, Muzaffarpur, Bihar. Then we have Principal Richa Sharma, Raghav Global School, Noida. We also have Principal Khushboo Malik, GD International School, Aligarh, Uttar Pradesh. Then we also have Principal Anubha Srivastava, Delhi International School, Edge, Dwarka, Delhi. And last but not the least, we also have the founder and CEO of FunKidsIndia himself, Mr. Gagan Rana. So firstly, hello to all the principals, a very warm welcome to you. And firstly, it's an honor having you on the show. And to also you, sir, thank you so much for joining us today on the show. And okay, so let's start the 11th episode, and I actually would like to begin with Principal Anubha. So Principal Anubha, I would like to ask you my very first question of today's discussion, and the first question of today's discussion is going to be the topic itself. So if I ask you that how can we balance for the children, how can we balance the study time and play time, what would you like to say?
Namaskar and good evening to everyone. My first statement to this will be, how do we discriminate between study time and play time per se?
Okay.
Because as long as I make study stressful and play something which delights me, there is a difference between study time and play time. But if the study factor is minus the stress factor, and it is as interesting as I would find what we are trying to say, I'm sorry, is the play time, there would rather not be a discrimination. So my basic focus here will be how to structure the schedule, the day of a child, so that the child is constructively occupied and getting exposed to a spectrum of activities that are going to hold the holistic personality of the child. And here, as a parent, as a teacher, as a school person, it is important that we know the child well. We understand the dynamics, the likes, the dislikes, the strengths of the child, the weaknesses of the child. Once we know it, we can schedule. And the scheduling starts right from the early age, when we have to induce the child to what the child starts liking. How much are we sitting for storytelling? How much are we sitting for the cognitive and psychomotor play domains? How much are we involving activity-based learning into the child schedule? And how much are we giving focus on no grading, no competition, but just an inquiry-based learning method that is making the child interested in exploring more, sharing his knowledge more, collaborating more, and finding all the activities as fun time. So there should not be any discrimination between the study time and play time. It should be a constructive fun time is what I will say.
Okay, amazing. That's a great answer. Thank you, Principal Anubha, for sharing your opinion with us. And that's an interesting way to look at the question and also the topic. You know, we should not discriminate between the two, but rather we should take it forward, and we should, ask the children to not discriminate, but rather, give them equal importance. So studies are as important as the sports or games or playtime. So coming to you, Principal Richa. So Principal Richa, the same question to you. So if I was to ask you, I mean, how would you like to, I mean, what would you like to say that how can we balance study time and, play time?
Good evening, everyone. I think I'm in sync with my co-panelist, Mrs. Srivastava, because it is the way you structure your academics in school. So, like at RGS, we focus on project-based learning. So we have all the projects-based learning programs, wherein we have a lot of hands-on experience for children. So when they're involved in an activity, that how you have structured your whole pedagogical plan, that's very, very essential. And you see, it's all about channelizing the energy of children. So if you're channelizing their energy in the right direction with making a proper schedule of what is the time for them to go and explore and work in groups, have collaborative learning, to move out of the classrooms, or move out in the real world to explore. I think that is one of the ways where you are trying to maintain a balance between study and play. In fact, I would call it's not a balance, in fact it's an integration. And if you see the curriculum that we have planned now, and the CBSE focuses on bringing art integration programs, making physical education mandatory on all the 5 days. So what's happening is that health and physical education, science is being integrated. You are having hands-on experience projects in school. So overall, if you see the academic plan that you have in your school is basically integrating academics and play. It's integrating different art forms. You have the performing art, you have visual art. So when you integrate both, I think we are not trying to make different segments of this is a playtime and this is only a purely academics, or you have to only focus on writing, or you have to only focus on reading. It's basically the integration. So that's what I keep telling everyone, that what is your pedagogical plan? How are you going to execute your lesson? So if it's a project-based learning, so it has different units. So in one particular unit or one particular time, what work activity you will be involved, you'll be involving your children in. So if they're sitting in class and if it's just a teacher talk time, I believe that it's going to be very monotonous for them. So that's what I call an integration of, it's not putting study time and play time separate. I would say integrating both of them is very, very essential.
Okay, great. I will be asking a lot more questions to both of the principals, but before I ask my another question, I actually would like to come to Principal Khushboo. So Principal Khushboo, to you, I would like to ask the same question. If both the principals are in sync and they have same opinions regarding the topic. But if I ask you, so what would you like to say on the question that how can we balance study time and play time?
May I?
Yes, please.
To strike a balance, it is very important that we have a structured timetable.
Principal, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, ma'am. I actually, sir, if you can have a gallery view, if I can see all the principals.
Give me 5 minutes. I think I'm unable to hear properly. I'll just reconnect.
Okay. Do we have Principal Khushboo?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, here.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am, I will be coming to you. Anubha, ma'am, I will be coming to you and I will be asking you a lot more questions. But before I come to you, I would like to come to Principal Khushboo. And ma'am, I would like to know from you that what are your opinions? So if I were to ask you the same question. So Richa ma'am and Anubha ma'am, they both are in sync and they both have the same opinion, on the topic and on the question. So, but if I were to ask you, so what would you like to say? How can we balance the study time and play time for children?
Yeah, thank you for the question and good evening to all of you first of all. And as my colleagues already had told that it is an integrated study, you can say, as well as games are equally important for the kids, so that they can go for their mental balance health. They can also go for their physical health. All of them, they should be in sync by having the balance between the games and study. And according to the new education policy, the government is also prioritized the things on the similar scale as we people are discussing. So our colleagues have already discussed the same. I am also, giving the same tip to the students that the games and the study, they should be, equally balanced, so that they will be fit from mental side, physical side, and socially also. Thank you.
Okay, got it, got it. So thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your answer. So to Gagan sir, can we please have a gallery view so that I'm actually not able to see all the principals. If you can please have the gallery view.
It's a gallery view. I think we have a separate view, so that's fine. I'll
Okay.
open the gallery side.
Okay, all right. So now I would like to ask, now I can see all the principals. Thank you so much. And now I would like to know from Principal Shabnam. So Principal Shabnam, to you, I would like to ask the same question. So I think all the principals up till now, they were in sync and they had the same answer for the question. But if I were to ask you, so what are your opinions on this question? How can we balance the study time and play time?
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for having me on the show. I believe, I would agree with all the principals. With the government is also very much pro playway method, and we believe students learn better when they are, when they do stuff themselves. But I guess I will take this out of school. We are saying the same thing because we are educators, and we always think like a principal from, we are talking about in school. Out of school, whatever the definition of playtime differs from between, the way we perceive, adults perceive playtime and the way kids perceive playtime are two very different ways, basically. And that is where the clash happens. For us, playtimes need to be structured. Playtimes need to be like, you need your exercise, physical exercise, go out, play, do this, play cricket, play kabaddi, play, learn biking, do whatever. But that's what we think is we are allowing them to play. But for kids, anything that is not structured, anything that allows them to be themselves, go out, play in a puddle, and just play hide and seek. That is what is playtime for them. That can happen inside the house as well. Look, just let them be, and that is very, very important. Growth phenomena that is happening when you decide. It's very important for kids to, they to have a structured timetable for study, and there should be a gap in their timetable where you, as a parent, as a teacher, don't tell them to do what. Don't tell them anything what they're supposed to be doing at that time. That's your me time. We need our me time. They need their me time as well. So when they will, only thing is you need to limit their screen time and tell them that this is the time. You cannot touch a gadget and you cannot do your homework. Nothing from the school. Now you do whatever you want to. They'll improvise. They'll learn. They'll find stuff. They'll, even sometimes fight with their siblings. But trust me, they are learning. They are learning to manage their time well. For that window of an hour or so, they'll know that they have to finish their schoolwork within time so that they get that window of an hour. And that's a balance. Number one is you are creating a timetable. You very cleverly as a parent, and sometimes teachers, we counsel parents and tell them, kindly do this in this way. you are very cleverly creating a time. You know what they'll be doing, but you are telling the kid that I don't know, I don't want to know. It's your time. You can use it the way you want. So that balances playtime, and that improves concentration and focus as well. That's it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your answer. And also, I think for today's generation, we hardly can tell them what to do and what not to do. They are their own decision makers. So I think that one problem is solved, to tell them that this is your playtime, this is your study time. I think this is one problem that we don't, I think that, you being principals and, us being adults, we don't have to face, because they already know that this is their playtime, this is their, study time according to them. But, being elders, we have to tell them sometimes what to do and what not to do. But sir, coming to you, I would like to know your opinion, because you also have, you are the founder and CEO of FunKidsIndia, and also you have gone for auditions with so many schools, and you yourself have 2 kids. So what would you like to say on, on this question?
Well, I think we chose this topic because we still believe that maybe from the old, because when we were a school child, we had the playtime, and when there's a playtime, it's a specific play time, like half an hour, 35 minutes we used to get, and we used to just go out and play football or whatever like that. That's why I picked the topic. I know it's integrated at the moment, but still within integration, there is a part. Now I know the education has changed from our time. It's slightly different. It's more project based, as mentioned by the ma'am. So for us, when the topic what means is that play means you study, like for example, maths. You do maths, you do English kind of thing, and then playtime you do extracurricular activity, or you play outside, you play football. So that's the kind of a differentiation we want to make it on this show. That when we say study time, this is what we mean study time. And when we say playtime, that's what we mean by playtime. So there's a kind of a simple line between the two. But of course, at the moment, things are blurring. Things are getting mixed from, the way even FunKidsIndia teach. We say fun with learning twist. So we actually, make sure that there's a learning in there, but it should be a fun in there. Okay. So that's what, I like to have a differentiation between the study time and a playtime. And from in my way, like I've got kids, yes, and they again, for me, it's at least important, at least an hour in a day they should play out, go out and do something physical, minimum. I'm saying it's really important, and they should get a sweat as well when they go out and play, and they can also do curricular activities, dancing, singing, whatever they like. So for me, there has to be amazing balance. And it's not like one is important or one is not important. Both are equally important, and a balance is required.
Thank you so much for your answer, sir. I think absolutely, and also what you said, outdoor, that they need to sweat when they go out, and that kind of playtime. I think that's a topic for a whole another discussion and a whole another day, indoor playtime and outdoor playtime. So, but today what we'll be doing is, we are having this discussion, and also my next question that I would like to know from you people is, earlier, when I was in school, I remember I used to have, I think, sports period or games period once a week or more, I think twice a week. But I would like to know the situation today. And when we talk about playtime, so is the playtime only restricted to sports and games, or the extracurricular activities like music, dance, singing is also included in it? And what is the situation today, ma'am? I would like to know from Anubha, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am, I'll come to you. Khushboo, ma'am, I'll come to you.
All right.
You're on mute, ma'am. Principal Anubha, you're on mute. Yeah.
Thank you, Rashmi ma'am. If I talk about my school structuring, there are various activities that we will label under play, as in physical play.
Okay.
For junior school, we have Australian-based curriculum, which is JSI, Junior Sports Integrated. Then one day they have JSI, the other day they'll have skating, the third day they'll have gymnastics, the fourth day they'll have swimming. So there are 5 days of 5 different sports activities, which you can say as the physical activities. And there are trained coaches for each of the activity. And I'm talking of my school, Delhi International School H. Beyond this, there are also dance and music activities. And in co-curricular activities, they have Indian dance, they have Western dance. There is a band, which is a marching band, which every child gets trained for. Then they have theater classes. So a lot of building in of various activities have been done. And I come back to what I said again, it is integration of the curricular learning through these activities. So when they are doing theater, they are sometimes doing a role play there. They are sometimes talking about an historical anecdote. Okay. When they are out in play and it's a floor game play, they may be having alphabets, they may be having numbers on which they are playing. So there's an amalgamation of all the activities. At least in the primary section, we have tried to maintain that we are not keeping a barrier between study and play. It is just activity, and throughout these activities, there are instances where we bring in the know your child aspect. So if I know this child is not interested, the child is given that free time. And that is, I agree to Shabnam ma'am here, that unstructured play time is very important for a child. And in the primary years, that unstructured freedom becomes primordial for a child to believe in himself, to carve out his individual capacities. We time and now keep on doing parent orientations where we are trying to bring our community also on board with this philosophy that we are following. So as the child grows elder, he goes to the secondary classes, they are able to decide which are the dedicated areas where I need to focus and how do I prioritize my choices. So it is not just the school that we are working on. We are working on the children in school and beyond school time also when we involve the parents.
Right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Anubha ma'am. And also listening to your answer, I think, it sounds like schools are more fun today in comparison to back in the day. Because I remember in my time, I'm talking as if I'm 50 years or 60 years old, but yeah, but when I was in school, I used to have once a week sports period or twice a week more, and that was like the best day we used to have. We used to eagerly wait for that one games period or sports period. And today schools are having giving so many opportunities to the students. So that's brilliant, and kudos to you, principals like you, who are making it possible for all the students. Now coming to you, Richa ma'am. So, ma'am, same question to you. So how how would they balance, and what kind of situation is in your school? I mean, how many sports periods do you have, and does that also include co-curricular activities?
Yes. We have a wide variety of programs for our students. Again, at the pre-primary level, we generally focus on free play. When we talk about free play, that's again integrated with their learning in class. So we have skating for them, we have yoga, we have taekwondo for them, we have aerobics classes. So 5 days every day the children are channelized in one physical education activity, which goes till grade nursery to grade 3. Fourth onwards, we start with choices, because children would like to explore various other games as well. So we have specialized coaches who would give them the training. So we have chess for them, we have cricket, we have volleyball, we have football. Again, going back to, we have skates for them as well. We have a wide variety of, the physical education exercises as such, because yoga has been made essential part of our sports curriculum program. And children class-wise have been allocated a lot of asanas with a complete knowledge of how it's impacting the health of our physical body and mental body. And we give a lot of stress on, mental health as well during these programs. So this is one physical education is, aspect of the school. So far, I have a very strong team of performing and the visual art. So we have two different art rooms where we have variety of, we have pottery, we have sculpture, we have sketching, we have caricature, we have different forms of art that the children are introduced right from the pre-primary to grade 12, because many children take up fine arts, as a main subject as well, looking forward to a career option after grade 12. And in music and dance, of course, we have Western music, we have Indian classical as well, Kathak and Bharatnatyam. And in music, again, Western music, instrumental and vocal. Theater, and, here I would like, we have a day that is completely dedicated to 8 clubs that we have. Now, during that club activity, when we talk about children pursuing their passion, their interests, apart from these co-curricular activities, that's where we introduce, theater. We have DIY club as well. We have rhythm and beats. We have Wordsworth club, just to enhance the creativity and, develop budding authors and poets in the school, because creativity is also one of the way to, enhance the child's imagination, the way the child creates and writes. It's in both the languages, and it's fun with language. So we have 3 and 4 foreign languages as well. We have French, Spanish, and German, and Sanskrit. So these clubs are again integrated with these languages. So when children are exploring language in a fun way, I think that's something which is very interesting, and they look forward to the club days. I would say that there is one club which is based on innovation. So what are the projects that you look forward to? Various projects wherein the design thinking, the problem solving takes place. So I again, as I mentioned, and I said, stated before also, that things are integrated. So we are trying to integrate the play time as well as the study time. So these are the various aspects, that we've brought in our school curriculum just to enhance and, have a great learning experience for children in Raghav Global School.
That's so amazing. And also, not just, you are giving them platform and an opportunity, actually, I would like to say that you're giving them such great opportunity, not just Western music, but you're also including the Indian music, the classical. So they should be aware about their roots as well.
Yes, Rajni, I just forget, sorry to interrupt you. This year we have started a gardening, curriculum as well. So my grade 1 to grade 5 is involved in a gardening project, and once in a week they are, setting up their own kitchen garden, which has a lot of vegetables. It has herbs, it has indoor plants. So children are studying, and they were so delighted to share with me today that the brinjals they have planted have started blooming with flowers, and soon to bring the food as well. So this is something which was very exciting for children. So bringing science in a fun way in the real life, the real education that is taking place in the school.
That is so beautiful, and I don't think we should be surprised if this the coming generation, if they all are leaders and if they all are excellent business people, leaders, artists. So I would say the credit will go to you, will come to you, and I think because of principals like you, we are going to have such amazing upcoming generations. So thank you so much for that. And also, you're not just including all the Western things or the things that are trending right now, but you're also making them aware of their roots, making them learn Sanskrit and Indian classical music, dance, everything. So more power to you, ma'am. Thank you so much for answering. And now I would like to, Principal Shabnam, I would like to come to you, but before, Principal Khushboo, if you are there, are you there? Yes, she is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So you actually raised your hand. So if you can please answer the same question.
Okay. Thanks for the question again, and thanks for the great answers from my colleagues also. But in our school, GD International School, what we are doing so that children are happy, we begin the project 2018, but due to Corona, we are not able to deliver it properly. Now, school, they are reopened back physically. So we are happy that how we
I'm so sorry, ma'am. There's a bit of a connection lag from your side. We're not properly able to hear you.
Okay. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, now you are.
Okay.
Yes.
I was saying that after pandemic of 2 years almost, Corona, I mean to say, students now they are coming physically and in their happiness we feel happy and we are increasing that. How we have launched sensory lab education apart from the sports, as ma'am already told about it. And sensory education is a platform where students they are organizing the things according to their sense organs. For example, we have 5 sense organs: eyes, ears, nose to smell, and then the skin and the tongue. Okay, so we have different kind of activities in the sensory lab education. So children they are using such kind of techniques over there. They have lots of things. For example, we have perfume bottle for the little kids, pre-primary. Okay? Between the age group of 6, you can say, and they are smelling it through their nose, and by getting the smell whether it is good or bad, first order should be there. It is done among them, and then they are telling us that, ma'am, rose smell is coming or lotus smell is coming. So it's a great commendable effort among kids because they are coming physically and now they are enjoying learning new things. After that, for eyes, we have different light activities. Like what color shade is there? Like, for example, blue light is there, red light is there. So this is new kind of things we have launched in our school, and there is great impact in all around the development of the child as well as I already mentioned. So they are totally happy, and by seeing them happy, we are automatically happy, and parents are also happy. Similarly, on the basis of that, we have launched kinesthetic education into this. Kinesthetic education, that kind of education where children are, playing with the things and they are learning side by side. How? For example, we have different boxes available in the school. And if I am saying them that, okay, these are pulses. Now, rice, they are touching. They are feeling it. The texture is there. The shape is there. The core size is there. Similarly, they are comparing it with the size. Wheat, for example. So they're comparing what is wheat. By touching and by feeling, they are learning many things, imbibing the positive vibe and channelizing into it. So we are automatically happy that the team is doing a great job, as well as students are also learning many things day by day. And apart from that, we are so happy to introduce the happiness curriculum this time in our class. The government is already doing and they are celebrating it as an occasion. I think 4 years are there in the happiness classes. Same we are doing. In happiness classes, we are asking them the things what makes them first happy. For example, my happiness is something else. Your happiness is something else by doing drawing, by going for music classes, by going for dance classes, or playing something instruments. I mean, harmonium, tabla, or any other kind of instrument or keyboard. So they are imbibing those things over there into the happiness classes, and daily we have one period of happiness classes in our school apart from yoga classes and meditation classes, each indoor, outdoor, and many things sometimes in that. But apart from these things, we have inculcated kinesthetic education, sensory, and then definitely the happiness classes. We're so happy by introducing such curriculum into the school. And in the end, we did one fabulous last week that was seeds on paper, seeds on through paper. We have grown some seeds So they are in process. Hopefully, in 7 to 10 days, we get some plants out of it. And children are observing whether out of that paper seed, definitely the plant is coming or not. So it is also a part of gardening activity, as my colleague already told. So I'm happy to tell, or I'm happy to say in addition that paper seed activities, there is a paper in which seed is there. So now students are taking interest in doing new things. Innovation is there. Through paper, how we can get a plant. This is the aim of that activity, and I think within 7 to 10 days, we will plant out of it. So this is again a good activity for the kids. So we are planning for the innovation in which children are happy, and by seeing them happy, and happiness is the key to success and for everything. In the last, I think that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, happiness is the key to success, and I think because of shows like this, we are able to know how amazing today's schools are and how cool and fun today's principals are, and we can learn from you. We are actually learning from each other. Okay, so this school is doing this thing different and in such an interesting way, so we can imbibe from them. We can add these activities to our schools as well. So this is a great. So yes, we are where we are actually able to know from different principles their point of views, and also inculcate in our in our life, and also in our schools and with for students. So, and I think also I would like to now come to Principal Shabnam. So Principal Shabnam, to you also I would like to ask the same question. So what all activities do you have in your schools, and does it include co-curricular activities? And also before I would before you answer, I would also like to say that when I was in my school, when we used to get holidays, we were so excited for Sundays and summer vacations. But when the corona happened, the lockdown happened, and suddenly all the this generation kids, they got sad that they will not be able to go to school. Now I can understand why they were sad of the schools getting closed. It was because schools are so amazing today in today's time. Yeah. So yes, ma'am.
As mandated by CBSE, we need to have sports, at least 5 days a week. So yes, we do have PHE, physical education periods every day, 5 days a week for all the classes. My school was started last year, so we have only till class 6th till now. And the group, of course, we have over 1.5 lakh students all over India and abroad. But this branch is majorly young kids, primary kids. So they have a right to choose which sport they want. Till class 3rd, they are exposed to all kinds of games. Like we have football, badminton, basketball, cricket, and swimming we don't have yet, and indoor games, chess, carom, gymnastics, TT. So till class 3, they have a structured program for the entire year. The program is laid for the entire year, and they are trained for every game, theory and practical. And then from 4th onwards, 4th, 5th, and 6th, they can choose one game for 2 months. And they can continue. The same class has a PhD period, and maybe 10 out of the entire class would like to go for basketball, whereas 2 of them are going for chess, 5 of them are going for football, and that is up to them. We have coaches, and it's up to them which game they want to take. So that is about sports and games. Activities, of course, and you were very right, Ms. Rajni, that I was learning things that we can do here with our students as well. And then the other activities, we have a traffic park, where we have small vehicles for grades 1 and 2, and they have to follow the traffic rules, and that is for free play. They have to follow the traffic rules. The signals are there. It was actually a skating rink, and we have created the traffic park there. So they drive their own vehicles, bicycles, and small cars, the pedal cars, So, and someone can be a traffic police, and others drive following the traffic rules. If they want to do that, that's fine. Otherwise, they go to the play gym and play there. One activity we have recently started, and that is doing, I mean, we have got lots of good feedback from the parents, and that is ACL classes, social emotional learning. Because of this, need for having mental health sessions for all kids, right from nursery. There are, we do not realize, but kids come from all kinds of backgrounds, and sometimes they are in difficult situations which for which they don't realize yet. Parents definitely do not realize that the child needs counseling, but it becomes a little problematic later on. Or the if we have this mentality that if you don't have a big issue, then you don't need a psychologist, or you don't need a counselor. If
Yeah.
you have a big issue, like you are in depression, or you have been severely bullied, something like that, then only you need a counselor. It's not like that. Sometimes, for example, we had a child who would be mortified if he is about to, dirty his dress for any reason. Would not go for playing. No, my uniform will get dirty. He'll not go for dance. Socks will get dirty. He will. He would stay away from every kind of activities, and then we talking to the child, trying to, and it's just a very small child. He cannot point out the problem. Then we realize that he and his mother both were victims of uh, family abuse in the family. Okay,
Yeah.
and the child sees and knows what happens if he makes his uniform dirty. Mama has another extra work to do: clean it, dry it, because he doesn't have a second set. It's not that he cannot have, but he didn't get, simply. Okay.
Right.
So he is sensitive child, and he was worried about, he doesn't want to put any more burden on the mother. We had to, this ACL, this social emotional learning sessions that we have every day for the entire school, first 45 minutes of the day, right after assembly. That has helped immensely. Now he talks about his issues. Other kids talk about their issues. Issues, they don't realize those are issues, but they are more vocal now. They are more opening up. They know how to, they throw tantrums less. They know how to handle their emotions and others as well. They're more helpful. Kids can be really, really very heartless when it comes to bullying, and they don't, and they do inflict injuries because they're young. They don't realize it hurts people, mentally and physically. You are hurting someone. They don't realize always. So
Yeah.
we brought them out from this kind of behavior, and that is one probably we'll like to continue. We have started this year, and we'll definitely like to continue. Rest all arts and activities. We have music clubs, and yes, ma'am. I think Ma'am Richa ma'am was telling about the kitchen garden. We also have kitchen garden, and one patch of plot has been allotted to every class till grade 5. Class 1 has a plot, and it's up to them what they want to grow in that patch. And they are told, I mean, they know once a week they have to go get down and dirty. So they are not in uniform, they are in their gumboots and they are in their gloves. They get down and they, whatever is needed in the garden, we as in teachers or the support staff do not help kids there in any way. So whatever they grow, it's absolutely their fruits, Uh, and last week we harvested quite a big bouquet of fruits and veggies, and that they kids, we asked kids, what do you want to, we gave them options, we asked them, what do you want to do, and they said that we'd like to give it to the underprivileged kids. So school is in a village, so there are kids who they stand outside the school gate and will peep inside what's happening, how come they are having so much of fun. So we make small packets and give those veggies to those kids.
This is so amazing, ma'am, what you do in your school is, when our mother cooks food, so we might have some complaints that the salt is, not up to the mark, or the spice is not up to the mark. But when we cook the food with, whether it's good in taste or bad in taste, but the happiness of eating that food, or because we cooked it ourselves. So, you are not just making good students, brilliant students, but you are making them wonderful, wonderful citizens of the country as well.
Thank you so much, Rajni. And I would like to share with you that parents told us that they have stopped wasting food now. That is a byproduct of this effort, that earlier kids would, eat half, throw half kind of. Many of them were there like that. And now they preach to their colony people, to their flatmates, that you should not waste food. It takes a lot of
I think ma'am's video is frozen, but I think ma'am wanted to convey that the children have become so much aware that they are themselves, they are telling the colony people and everyone not to throw food, and it takes a lot of effort to, to basically grow the vegetables and all that. And also, you also talked about mental health session, principals, you also talked about how important is it for the students to be aware of the mental health situation, and they should not be, making it a taboo that you can only go to a counselor or a psychologist until unless you have a problem, mental health problem. So you can go to them at any time. So you can go to them at any time, because sometimes I still remember when I was in my school, a lot of students used to have stage fear, whereas some students did not, and we couldn't understand why do some students have so much of stage fear that they cannot even speak in front of in front of one teacher or two teachers. Forget about the whole class or the whole school. They cannot even talk in front of a teacher. So why is that? Maybe it comes from somewhere, and you people are addressing that. So, like I said, more power to you. And sir, I would like to come to you as well, because the principals are giving them these opportunities, these co-curricular activities, these classes, and you are also giving them platforms to perform their talent and skills. So what would you like to say about that?
Oh, definitely. We, as FunKidsIndia, have this reality show where we allow any talent to participate from age 2 to 19. And it's just not acting, singing, dancing, any talent. Even growing vegetable, for example, I grow the best vegetable in the world kind of competition. If they can prove that, then why not? They would X Factor and then they can win the title. So I think if you start asking the question first, but I think Captain Dinisha has just joined us. Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Hi, very good evening.
Hi.
Very good evening to you as well, ma'am. I think I'm really sorry that we have few minutes left for the show, but still, we would like to know your opinion on the topic that, how can, in your school, how do you balance and how do you let the children know how to balance study time?
Ladies and gentlemen, our pilot today, our captain,
Thank you
is
so
Mr.
much
Gagan.
for inviting me. In
Say
fact,
hello to
I am right now in a bus and it is already 11 o'clock past in Malaysia. We are going to an island. So, but then I'm talking to you all. It's nice. Please excuse the noise around because our school team, I'm taking the school team out. So that's how I'm with them. So talking about study and extracurricular or game time or play time balance. It comes with understanding. Probably when we grow, we can understand that even around you, there are people who are grown up and still they are not able to strike a balance. Whereas probably there are a few young ones who are able to strike the balance. So what is the difference here? The difference is somewhere we need to groom the young ones, the students, the children around us to understand that first thing, which is most important, is to strike a balance and understand importance of everything. Also importance in a way that one one way we talk about something which is there that okay, I feel pleasured doing something. Second thing is maybe I don't like doing it, but then it is going to fetch me something in the future. So that needs to be ingrained right from the beginning in students, and that will help them to strike a balance in itself, rather than you telling them every time that you need to strike a balance, or this is important, or this is not important, because the ideation, the ideologies keep changing. Sometimes it's say you should not waste your time in playing and study is important. Now it comes that all study and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So ideologies change, but one thing which does not change is the attitude to adapt. So that is the right thing which is required to be nurtured right in the beginning at all the levels. First, teachers are parents, and parents need to be groomed, or they need to understand that thing. And then it comes to school, where along with the curricular activities, along with the stressing on studies, I don't say marks are not important. I always say that everything is important, and that's what I learned, because I just would like to tell the house that before being an educationist, I was an Indian Army officer. So that's what we learn in Army, that everything is important. It is nothing that even the smallest thing, even a fun-filled moment is important, as good as is which is your something which is going to fetch you highest in your career. So that is one part of it. I missed your second question. What was that?
So yeah, I mean, basically the question was, how do you balance the study time and play time? So thank you so much, ma'am. The time and effort to join the session and come on the panel. We would definitely, we would like to have you in another. But thank you so much for making it and joining.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The bus lights are also getting switched off, so thanks a lot for inviting me. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Pleasure. So I think we have we actually have got all the answers from all the principals, and now I would like to move ahead to the presentation, which Mr. Gagan Rana would like to give, presentation to you people. So, sir, if you can please do the honor of giving the presentation.
Thank you very much, Rajni, and thank you all the principals. That's a good session. When we were kids, we thought, why we have to study? Let's play all the times. But again, it's a balance. So, we have amazing thoughts, good guidance, good advice from the experienced principal who's seen through, and can advise to all the children, all the parents who are listening to this show. So please do that. Now, coming to the presentation, this is a kind of our agenda where we just been through. So we're gonna before I go to this one, so I'd like to tell quickly about FunKids India. So I know most of you may be aware, but we are the family-oriented company organization, and we are safe digital home for kids. And we make universal ready programs, and they are all kind of triple vetting, just to make sure that they are all family-friendly and kids-friendly shows. And whenever we make the program, we have always make to ensure that there's always a learning into it, with the learning twist. So fun with learning twist. So that's why, I'm hearing that it's integrated now. All the skill sets, all these music, dance, singing, gardening, they're all mixed up, which is great. So that's very nice to hear. And we have our own reality show, which I'm going to come to, which we produce, and it's in season 2. And we have our own studio where I'm live from. And kids comes over here sometime to meet the artist, and whenever we go, they meet our artists, like who are actors, singers, dancers themselves. So what we do a few things, 6 things over here. First one, India's Emerging Talent, season 2, De Hunar Ko Pehchan, which is a reality show from year 2 to year 19 of age. Second thing we do is we operate as an official media partner. So we recently did the Education Excellence Conclave in Radisson, Delhi, and it was amazing. Around 250 delegates and principals and educationists come there, presented their thoughts, which is amazing. And we also do a principal talk show, which is happening at the moment. And we also do principal talent show, which is again on season 2, and it's going to happen somewhere in September time. So please brace yourself with your talents, and some of the amazing characters will judge you. And we make some songs as well. Teacher songs is there, which is amazing, which is really loved by all the principals. And we produce our own songs apart from this, and our own shows as well. Okay, now coming to IIT season 1 judges, you can see Ada Khan, Dalna, Zirani, Somet, and me for the kind of judges. And sponsors, you can see Raja Masala and Clearwater and Radisson Hotels. And these are a few of the clips from the season 1 grand finale, where you can see Delna's on the top left. An amazing kid. I think she's just 2 or 3 years of age. She just came and really did amazing talent showcase. And then, yes, now we're in season 2, which is going ahead of full-fledged. And Salim Merchant is a judge in that one, and you can listen to his bite. That he's saying, "Oh, I'm coming as a India's Emerging Talent season 2 judge." Right. So this is in our talent show. We're just not like others, one who just focus on singing or dancing and all that. We focus on acting, singing, dancing, any other talent. Like I mentioned the gardening. If somebody say, "Oh, I'm a top gardener. I can grow vegetable in 2 minutes." Why not? Come and show your talent. So we started this journey in 21st November 2021 with Delhi NCR auditions in DPH International Ghaziabad. Then we were doing online auditions across India, pan-India, and even international. We covered Australia, America, UK, Germany, Dubai, Canada, and maybe Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia now, if Captain Dinisha is happy to put children across, why not? And we've been through Mata Rukmani in Sahabad, Haryana, Bareilly, UP, Badhaun, Jammu as well in hybrid model in IDRS school, and Dehradun Game Villa. And now we are going to Mumbai, which is 31st of July. I know we've been preparing for a lot, and you may have seen some of the advertisement and marketing and all the amazing shout out from all the actors, judges who are coming for this show. And then we're targeting Delhi as well. Again, it really depends on the sponsors like Jaipur, Delhi, Lucknow, Kolkata, and at the same time, we keep carrying on the online auditions as well. And finale is on 25th of September. So these are the 3 age categories. As I mentioned, it's 2 to 19 years of age, but within that, we have still 3 categories. So it's a fair judgment. We just don't, like other channel, like where always a grown-up wins. So within this one, any child can win internationally from this age. So first age is 2 to 4 years, which is toddlers. Second is 5 to 12 years, which is kids. Third is teen, 13 to 19. And as I mentioned, there will be one winner across one age group at the international level. And we have also introduced one amazing concept called City Top 3 from Bareilly auditions onward. i.e. like for Jammu, we have announced Jammu top 3, for Dehradun top 3, Bareilly top 3, Badhanyu top 3, and now Mumbai top 3, which is going to be top competition, which we are aiming for. And for more information, please visit funkids.in, IIT season 2, where you can find all the details you want. Okay, these are the media coverage we have. You see our press conference in Bareilly, and you can see a lot of principals, probably you know a few of them. Kajan ma'am is there, and Jyoti Dhaya ma'am, Anu ma'am, and others, delegates as well. And which we did in Radisson in 25th of June. And you see me on Aaj Tak, we're talking about on Children's Day about IET as well, and how to reduce the screen time, which is again a big problem at the moment. And we have another cutting from Hindustan Times, and you can see a Kshitij being interviewed by the media in Bareilly. These are newspaper cuttings from various auditions we did, i.e. Ghaziabad or Badhanyu or Sabad, Haryana as well. And this is the audition, first audition we did in DPH International. You can see it was amazing day there. After COVID was about to finish in November 21st of November, and then but after the Omicron came, which delayed the progress for the IET as well. So yeah, we had an amazing day over there. If you go on the video and you can see it, it's amazing. So this is our auditions in Madhya Pradesh, Bhind. You can see Madam Naina Chavres. She, 60 kids auditioned from that one school. It's a hybrid. So we went on Zoom. They went, bring all the talented kids across the whole school, and we auditioned them. And I think 4 of them are in IIT top 50 at the moment. So it's great thing for this school. So what are the benefits for the school if they participate? International, national-wide marketing and promotion. Great opportunity for your management, staff, and students to have a good time and proud moments. Enhance skills of your students for helping them compete in this international talent reality show. As a great opportunity for your school, seen as a cultural activity sporting school on your city, like Raghav you mentioned, and other schools we mentioned, like you supporting kids in various talent. It's all integrated at the moment. And a free of cost marketing from our side on social media channel, and we will support you in the process. And what we need in return, we just need to put a standee in the backdrop of the key locations, reception areas or community hall, and put hoarding in a city if you want to promote more, and to lead the audition within your school or city. And we will provide the full support. And then promote IET wherever you can, please. Okay, so this is a link for where you go and register. And after 9th of July, before that, we had early bird discount, but now it's finished. Now it's 999 for everyone, and original price is 2,000 rupees, but we have reduced it. But the good thing is fee will be refunded back to IIT season top 100. So we have already announced top 50 early of this month. And but we will next 50 will be announced very soon. So yeah, it's opportunity for talent to get the money back. And the grand finale is not mid-20s, it's September, 20th September in there. There's a scanner course you can scan and pay, and it's so simple, and come to the auditions. Okay, these are contact details of ours. If you want to be in touch, that'll be good. So any questions from anyone? Would like to ask any questions in the meantime? Ma'am,
I think not. The principal, I don't think so. They have any questions, as they would have. I think they understood the presentation very well, and thank you so much for the presentation. And now all the principals, thank you so much for joining us. But before I let you go, I would like to tell you guys that soon we'll be coming up with Principal's Talent Show. We all agreed very cordially today with each other's answers, but that will not be happening in the talent show. We'll be fighting for the best principal, the most talented principal. So whatever talent that you possess, so whatever skill or talent, whether it's storytelling, poetry, dancing, acting, singing, any skill that you possess, you can showcase that talent, and the IET finalists, kids and teens, will be judging you. So the tables will be turned. You will be on the spotlight, and the kids will be the judges. So they'll be judging you, and yes, you'll be showcasing the talent, and you'll be fighting with each other. And principals from all over India and also abroad will be participating in this show. So I hope you are all ready and excited for the show, and we can't wait for you to showcase your talent and skills on the show.
Thank you, Rajni. Thank you, Mr. Rana, for the opportunity. It was nice interacting with all the educators, and I'm looking forward to the exciting program that you have shared. So we also get a platform to showcase our talent, and I'm sure we're not going to fight. We're just going to, share our hidden talents on the platform. Looking forward to it. It's very exciting to know about it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, ma'am. And it is going to be one great talent show because this time we will let the kids and the children see how fun, talented, and skillful their principals also are. So they sometimes it happens that all the children and the kids they feel that their principals are very strict and disciplined, and they might not be fun and cool. So this time we'll show the world and also the students how fun and talented and cool also their principals are.
Thank you so much.
So thank you again for joining us. Yeah, thank you so much to all.
Thank you, Gagan, and lovely meeting everyone. Greetings. Have a lovely evening ahead till we meet again.
Quick one.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us on the show, and to the audiences, thank you for watching the show, and we'll be back with another episode of Principal Talk Show.
Hold on, Rajni, hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry. Before you go, I think it's good to showcase something amazing. Like to help various schools. Our team go to different schools, right? Since we have auditions in Mumbai, and I think you may have shared the judges, all that. So I can just show you a quick turnaround of how things are changing. If for school, like this is our team in the school itself. So you can see our standee over there, and the kids are just listening, and this happened in Mumbai, and it's happening in everywhere now. You have seen it. So all the kids, we are presenting about the IET and they're participating. You see the numbers up there. It's amazing what's happening there. So all the schools will listen to our presentation and all that. And if you need any help, definitely because this is heating up. And if you really support your children and want them to be a top 3 in the whole international platform, please take lead. If you need any help, any support, any questions, we are here. Okay. I just want to share a quick glimpse of that this is happening in Mumbai, and it has happened in Pune and other places as well.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, and to the amazing principals. Thank you again for joining us on the panel. It was lovely listening to your opinions and talking to you. And to the audiences, thank you so much for watching the show, and we'll be back with another episode of Principals Talk Show. Till then, you guys keep on watching FunKidsIndia.
Bye-bye.